welcome back to the build. Today we're cutting out the beam pockets in the ICF wall and getting our rim joists and everything ready. I have lumber coming tomorrow for all the subfloor, so we're just trying to get things staged and doing some odds and ends. I want to get my rim joists laid out around the perimeter, get all of them marked for joist hangers. Like I said, get the beam pockets cut out. Also, shout out to Brian from Smoky CNC. He has a YouTube channel and he has designed and built his own CNC wood carving machine. And he sent us this butt-kicking sign right here with our logo. It was really cool. He did a good job. Check him out. I'll leave a link below to his channel if you want to get a sign for your shop or your homestead or your business or whatever. Cool stuff. Thanks.
I love how you start off all like precise and then you end up just going at it like almost with a sledgehammer.
Well, you kind of have to. I was going to be all surgical, but it's just not the way it worked out. Well, today's Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. Yesterday we were able to get some of this LVL in here, the short 16-foot pieces. Today we're going to work on those beam pockets, try and get them leveled and ground down and nice and flat so we can set the beam in there. And also try to get the big 30-foot LVL pieces in here so we can hopefully get this beam assembled and set. Okay, so I'm up here at the beam pockets and these were pretty raggedy, not level. The bottoms were kind of ragged and rugged and roughed up. I can't just set a beam down in there, so I mixed up a little batch of mortar and leveled it out. I'm going to let that cure and then we'll be able to lay down like some steel plate shims and then we'll be able to put our beam on that. So hopefully that's good enough. Okay, next we're going to try and get all these LVL, there's 3 30-foot pieces, into the basement using the tractor and maybe the four-wheeler and maybe some hillbilly engineering. I don't know, we just got to get them in there. Well, right before we ran out of daylight, we managed to get all the LVL into the basement and covered up, and we got the tractor in here with about this much room on each side of the tire. So it's going to rain the next couple days. So Monday I'm going to start putting this together. Got to crown it, let's clamp it, glue it, nail it, get it all built, and then we'll try and get it lifted in. So that'll be the next segment. So 2 days ago, it poured down rain for about 20 hours, and this was a mud hole. There was about this much water on the ground. Couldn't do anything up here. And then yesterday, it was super cold and super windy. But the good thing is the wind helped dry up this mud up a little bit. Today it's a little bit sunny, but it's cold. It's about 40 degrees. And we have got to get this beam cut and put together so that we can get it up in this pocket. This is the big challenge that's been holding me up, trying to, racking my brain, trying to figure out how we're going to do this. It's going to end up being a 41-foot, 800-pound LVL beam. And I got to get it in the pockets so that I can get the measurements from the beam to the pad so I can order my columns to support it. So that's what we're going to work on now. Got my helper back, taking a break from art, drawing dogs and things. What was you had a question?
Yeah, I wanted to know why we didn't go with steel.
Why we didn't go with steel? Well, steel's pretty expensive. LVL is less expensive. Steel is very heavy per foot. This is not quite as heavy, but it's just as strong.
My other question is why do we have to assemble this thing?
Why do we have to assemble it?
Yeah.
Most of the time you can order this all in one piece. I would have loved to have been able to do that, but we couldn't get a 42-foot beam up the hill, and our local lumber yard only has a 24-foot truck. So they designed it in 6 pieces so they could get it up here, and then it's up to us to assemble it and get it into the pockets. Logistics. Well, 2 things we need to do. We need to establish the crown on each of these pieces so that we can mark that and keep the crown up. We need to figure out how much bow there is so we can orient the pieces correctly when we put them together to take the bow out. And then we have to measure and cut all the pieces to the right size, put it together. So we're going to start with this 16-footer because it's light. I've already marked it. It needs to be 14 foot 1 inch.
What's a crown?
Crown is like this.
The opposite of a bow.
Right, well, the bow, it's either a crown or a cup, and the bow is this way. So if you have a board that's bowed this way and a board that's bowed this way, that's the way you want to put them together. So that when they're together, they're straight. If you put them both together with the same bow, they're going to be turned. There goes all of our beam engineering documents. All right, let's turn this way.
Slightly up.
This bows a little bit this way,
Yeah.
and it kind of cups a little bit this way. So let's flip it over.
Which way?
Yeah, it's different now. The bow is going, so we know it's going this way, and this is the right side up. So get your little handy pencil, and you just mark it like with the kind of a rainbow pointing up, or this side up. Okay, everything is measured, marked. We're going to cut all this stuff to length. These 30 footers need to be 27 and 4 5/8, and these 16 footers need to be 14 foot and 5/8. So it'll take a couple feet off before we can get them put together. We got to go start the generator because we're too far away from the power pole right here to run a cord. So the generator's right there. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so this is the engineering of the beam, and it needs 3 rows of nails on each side, spaced every 12 inches, and they have to be at least 3 inches from the end and no more than 6 inches from the end. So we started at 3 inches from the end, and she's going to make a mark every foot, and I'm just going to shoot nails into it. Here, 3-inch 10D, just regular Freeman nails, 10D box nails. Today, but man, is it windy. Try to get this last ply on here. We're not going to be able to try and lift this up and set it today because it's so windy, but if the wind dies down, we're going to give it a shot. So I'm just going to finish this up and see what we can get to next. That should do the trick. Okay, the beam is together, but it's so windy today, I don't think we're going to get a chance to try and get this lifted up and set into place. Basically turn into a kite. So hopefully tomorrow it won't be as windy. The weather isn't supposed to be too bad tomorrow. Just crossing our fingers because the next part's pretty dangerous. We got to figure out how to get this lifted up on the forks. Probably going to get it up on pallets, strap it in with ratchet straps. See if we can finagle it into place so that we can get the measurements we need to order our columns that will hold it up. So that'll be the next segment. Okay, that was a little bit too hinky even for us. There is a limit to our hillbilly engineering, and this beam is very heavy and very long, 41.5 feet, 800 pounds. We just didn't have the room to maneuver in here that we thought we would have to kind of get it into place. So plan B, I called the local crane company, and luckily they were just finishing up a job. There's about an hour away, so he's going to actually get here today, same day. And we're going to set him up outside, drop the crane down, we'll lift this bad boy up and set it in the pocket. That's the plan, so that's what we're going to do. Much easier. Go towards him. Back towards you, Jeremy. Forward. Look towards you. Go. All right, down a little bit. How you look over there? What? How you look? I'm good. Good. Stop? No, I'm good. I'm about 2 inches from the phone. Good? I'm 1 inch from the phone. We can move it. How close to the phone is it supposed to be? About an inch. Come this way. Whoa, up there. Up there. Roll it down. What? Roll it. That should be it. That's it. I'm 1 inch from the phone. I'm about 2.5 inches from the phone. Well, it doesn't really matter if you want to move it. You want to go and move it? So about 2 inches? 2 inches that way. Whoa. That's good right there. How about 2 inches? Perfect. About 2 inches. You too. Yeah, we'll do it.
So is that better than trying to use a tractor?
It'll take 5-7 minutes. Yeah, moral of the story is don't screw around. Be safe and get the big stuff in when you need it. This beam is pretty cool now. Well, now that was quite an adventure, wasn't it? So happy to have this beam in. I've been worrying about this for a couple weeks, like how am I going to get this up there? I was really concerned about trying to do it with the tractor, and in the end, it took about 7 minutes with the crane. So we've got temporary posts holding it up. We've got the top all leveled. I've got my posts, my permanent steel columns ordered. They won't be here till next week, so that'll be our next step, is getting the steel in. And then we can start working on the basement slab. So I think we're in good shape now. Once again, thanks to Brian over at Smoky CNC for making us this cool sign. And that's going to do it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching.